What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome back to Airport CEO and our recreation of the Zurich Airport. Last time we reworked the area up in the top here. Got our police station, our fire station in place. Reworked a little bit of the service roads coming through this area that we will eventually get to. And today I want to see if we can kind of map out where things are going on the central terminal as well as the observation deck. And the more I stare at it, the more it's giving me a headache. Because I don't quite know how I'm doing this. So over on the far right, there is the Swiss Air Lounge. It's the business lounge as well as the senator lounge. Basically, there we go. Basically, the entrance is over here. It splits into two, and it does seem like it goes up to this floor. Now, the problem with that, you can't build on this floor. So we're going to have to modify the Swiss Air lounges over here. There is also the Swiss First Class lounge over here with kind of a nondescript door that allows you access. It blends in with the wall really, really well with just a small sign that says First Class. So the Swiss Air lounges, we're going to have to kind of finagle a little bit. Similarly, on the far left, there is the Marhaba Lounge and the Aspire Lounge. Whenever you access those, you come up the escalator, you make a fast right, and there are stairs that, again, take you up here. We're going to skip those lounges. Not a whole lot we can do. There's a hallway. You know what? Let's just do stuff, and we'll kind of see how things shake out. We're gonna come. Apparently not that far. We'll come to here, I guess. Probably not there. Because there are shops on the land side over here, so on the unsecured side. Hey, we've got a fire truck. And go right here. So, with any luck, our brand new fancy fire trucks can take care of that emergency. Now, I said that I wanted to do just kind of a giant... Oh, I was trying to figure out why that's staircase, because this goes up to the first class lounge question mark? Because there's a desk here, but you don't pass through security, so I don't quite know how that works. The only video that I've seen of people accessing the first class lounge comes from the secure side over here, so I don't quite know how they're making their way to that point. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Let's just pause for a minute. I'm not going to deal with this side right now. I suppose we can finagle the observation deck. Down over on the end is a kids' play area. There is a physical structure in the middle. Where is the middle? That's the middle. And this goes this way, this way. There's an overhang. So they're providing a little bit of shade, but all of this area is open to being able to view the planes coming and going. There is... Okay, I don't need to worry about zoning because this is unsecured. There is a small restaurant, the Aviolino, just a small little coffee shop. You can coffee, burgers, those kind of things. There's a little window over here. I might as well, you know, put a window. Actually, that's a door. That's not a window at all. It comes forward over to about here, comes back. And it's not very big. We'll do something like that. It looks like this side is open, registers, whatnot. Bathrooms? No, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Because I was just gonna run a giant food room, but there's bathrooms in the middle, and you can't put bathrooms in the middle of a food room, which is slightly problematic. We're just gonna grab a big old food room. This area in here is closed to the public. Don't know what's there. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I was not actually gonna build this, but we're gonna go ahead and build this. So there's just kind of a counter. And then door. There is a small amount of seating, but it's very airplane themed, if you will. There's just some regular chairs, tables, but then there are... It looks like they just ripped out the seats from like row 7 of some plane and just have them in there for you to sit and relax. But it looks like a plane. There's a window over here so you can look out. Otherwise, there's just kind of some modern seating up against the window. We're going to alternate those colors a little bit because what's the date on you? Oh, that's 2018. That's not the new one. 2024. Yeah, that's the latest one that I've seen. Chairs, red. Yeah. And the other one is kind of a beige-ish cream. Give me a little bit more yellow tones. Thank you. And the table's just regular wood color. And there's just a couple of these here and there. Just gonna do that so people can get in. And it looks like on the patio out here, there's a walkway through here. It looks like there's a couple more seats out here. Actually, let's at least vary the color scheme a little bit. And they're in trash cans. Behind, there's just kind of a wall. I think I put that door in the wrong place. I'm just going to take this wall down and over and give me a bunch of cooking stations, since shops without cooking stations are quickly becoming difficult to have. So that's our little... I did it twice. Thank you. So that is the little coffee shop on the observation deck. On the opposite side, there is a set of stairs and an elevator. I don't honestly know where they go. So I'm just going to box that area off. Because I've gone on the Zurich airport map. I've gone up a floor. I've gone down a floor. Oh, those are bathrooms. Okay. So I'm not entirely crazy. But the elevators and the stairs that live here don't go down to this floor. They don't go up to this floor either, so I don't know where they go. Which is annoying. But hey, it's fine. There are a set of bathrooms over here. There's another set of bathrooms down the way here. So give me this. Steal these bathrooms. Although I realized this bathroom's not actually zoned as a bathroom. I don't know how I messed that up. But I'm gonna grab you guys. These, I believe, has a door connecting to them. So we're gonna do that there, right on the edge. We'll go ahead and door. And then there is kind of a center building area. Oh, I didn't go out far enough. In fact, we could take that wall out too. We don't need it. This wall does come out to here. It's very much mirrored onto the other side. Apparently we're going to here. And then it goes down a little bit. I don't know what's in it. I assume just staff area kind of thing. There are windows in the middle here. Here's where things are going to get slightly messy, because this is the exit to the security checkpoint. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned that you do have to go through security in order to access it, but I am not going to put a security side up here because the game's just not going to be happy with that concept. Gonna grab the bathrooms because there's bathrooms set back a little bit. So we'll put it here. This whole area is, I assume, staff security area kind of thing. The map just has the bottom half being zoned for security. But I'm just going to leave the door open there. This comes down a little bit like that. Basically comes down there and back across. And this hallway is the hallway you take up. I'm going to open up this little bit of wall. We're going to do some windows because it's windows all the way through here and through here. And windows there. And actually I can't do window there because people have to walk there. We're going to take a wall across there. You basically come up and you go across and you go through security. There is another room over here. And I'll be honest, I don't know what it's connected to because there is the Air restaurant. That's kind of like a big old food court. And it's adjacent to that, which makes... But there's an emergency exit between the two. There's windows between the two. But there's tables and chairs out here. I don't quite know what they're for. But we'll go ahead and... this is open. There's a door on the side. I'm going to leave that open, though. And then this is going to come down to a little open area so people can get in. I'm going to run the back wall here. Here's where things get real interesting. Because this wall comes across like that. This takes you up from this floor to the shopping area up here. So we'll do a wall there, a wall there. This area is technically open to downstairs, so you can, you know, see it as you're coming up the escalator. As soon as you get off the escalator and you make a right, down here is where the two lounges are. So the lounge access is basically here. I'm going to put a... No, I'm not going to put a door there. I was going to put a door there, but then, you know, people are actually going to try and use that door. There are bathrooms here. So I'm going to just grab you guys again. Assuming I can copy all of it. There we go. And yeah, right there. Now, the map on the Zurich Airport website has a little line right here. And again, this is all technically secure. I assume this is all on the secure side as well. If I put a security here, people are going to not go to this one, they're going to go to this one. And that's going to complicate things. I could just leave the zoning. The wall comes down like that. I could just leave the zoning like this, because it's not like people are going to cross. Don't need to do that. I don't know if I necessarily like that, but it's not horrific. Let's get these guys turned on and operating. But yeah, I don't quite know what's here. The video I have is everybody, just people going up the escalator and nobody turns around. Even coming walking this way. And the photo spots from Google also. I can't tell if there's a door down there or not, which is, you know, a little frustrating. I would assume that there is some kind of door system here. I don't know what, but we're going to do a door there. Give me a wall, give me a wall. And a window and a window. This is an enclosed area, so it looks like there are doors in it. There are windows going all the way around. It looks very much like a oh, I don't even know what word to use. Oh, it's not even okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that. Greenhouse. That window is not in the right place. Yeah, it kind of just looks like a big old greenhouse. 4, that's good. And again, there's big old windows back here where the Air restaurant is. There's also the Air bakery that's up in the front corner. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a small door. And I think I'm going to do a small window. Because then we're going to take this wall down and this will be the kitchen area. Restaurant's going to be a lot bigger than it probably actually is. Now, down here, bakery lives here. The front of the restaurant is probably... the bulk of it is back here. There's a hallway that takes you up. There's a press books that lives over here. And I'm contemplating how zoning's going to work. Although this is all a seating area, so I could conceivably do this. And then you've got wall right here, and that takes you up and back to the seating area. Basically, it comes up and over, and I'm just going to connect it up right there. Down over here, there are landside shops. There's a press books, there's a UBS, there is... flip maps for a second. There is a safe bag, which is a place where you can do additional wrapping on your luggage or large packages. You could secure it a little bit better. Then there's a travel Wi-Fi, which is a little travel electronics shop. A Steiner Flughafbeck, which is the bakery. Looks like there's a barber shop, a Lotterock, and a K kiosk. That's all kind of in this area. Not going to get all of that in, but here's the problem. I wanted to just be able to wrap all of these shops in with the rest of these shops, but I can't do that because of the bathrooms. Now, I've contemplated pushing all of this up so it lines up with the bathrooms, but that also is a bad idea too, because that throws this off, and I'm not about to move all of the check-in desks. I think this is the other part that I kind of wanted to map out. So I'm going to go downstairs. We're going to come here, we're going to grab... I'm going to grab all of this. It's going to pull the shops with it. We're going to put this right on top because it is directly above. So if we drop you in here, it's not going to pull the zoning, which I'm fine with right now. It's just going to pull the desks and everything. That's fine because this is identical to the one downstairs, it appears. I think the flooring is different. Because there's a hallway, and then on the left-hand side of that hallway is a Spirit of Switzerland, and then there's a small restaurant, the Chalet Suzy, probably mispronounced, and that kind of lives on this, basically a curve that comes around here, and then up here it kind of curves down. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to grab this. It's not going to be identical. There's going to be some minor tweaks we're going to have to do. We're going to pop you in here. There is elevator access on this side. There we go. Take out the room, because we're going to have to tweak it ever so slightly, like this wall goes away. And then just the hallway comes like that. This is a perfume shop. Then you've got La Prairie, which I believe is also another perfume shop. There's the Caviar House next to that, and the Confiserie Sprungili. It's the chocolate shop I keep butchering. And the chocolate shop has an opening on this side, which allows access to kind of an eating area for the shop that's over here. This window extends over because this is a balcony, if you will. It extends both sides evenly. Nope. And since I can't balcony, we're going to do that. 1 and 2. And that should be even. You come up the escalator, 1, 2. We'll add a little wall there. And then in the area here in the middle, there is, I'm going to use black for right now. Actually, hold on, give me this. Because this is the flooring similarly through most of it. I just want to do that because it'll be easier down the road here. I'm going to have to backtrack and check the color of this carpet, but there is a small eating space. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then there is a little bit of a walkway. And for lack of better words, there's kind of a skylight area down right there. So we'll just do that to signify that's downstairs. Eating area. That's actually really too small. Because it stretches kind of the whole front side of the duty-free shop. Take out the zoning there, and we will tweak the flooring. There we go. Lovely. Opposite side, there are shops, basically runs the same distance to here. Elevator does not appear to go up here. Which then begs the question of where does that elevator go? I don't actually know. Why is that off a square? Good news, I hate that. This actually has a door on the side here for a Kering, which I believe is a sunglass shop. And then there's an hour passion in this area and a press books. So, big watch shop. Where does the elevator go over here? Oh, that elevator only accesses the customs area. Okay. I forgot about the customs area. So this one doesn't actually go up to this point. How did my elevator get off? When did... that's concerning. I moved that elevator at some point, didn't I? Okay, at least it's not necessarily in the way of anything. I apparently need to do this, though. Let's go ahead and let the game go so I can get some stuff built. So this elevator needs to be put in place. It's not going to be on this floor, so I can take out this wall, take out this wall. The watches basically go all the way over. Here's basically the rough area of the central hub. There's other shops kind of coming around this way. And let's deal with this side real quick. You have to... I don't know if I was thinking whenever I put that elevator in there. Well, we will finagle this. Technically, you can walk this side to the elevator. We're just going to put a hallway over here to the elevator. We're going to put a hallway here to the elevator. I don't like where that ended up. And then you've got lounge access over here. That's where these stairs come up. And the elevator, I would assume there is a check-in here, because there's another check-in over here. So from here, we're going back to this point. Let's see what kind of finagling we can get. This is not going to be enough, is it? I probably should have mathed this better. I don't know if this is open to downstairs. The other side is very similar. There's a shop here. And then it kind of goes diagonally, and then there's kind of the check-in down over on this end for the lounges. This area is open to below. I know that for sure. Give me windows. I have thoughts. I don't think this is going to work how I want it to. I don't think it's going back far enough. No, it's not. Bird. You know, I'm okay with that. It gives somewhat of an indication that you can see down below. So everything back here is unsecured. I need to make sure I don't mess with that elevator. And I might tweak the other side over here. I'm not thrilled with it. Also, the fact that the elevators don't quite line up, but that's just the way it is. Still hemming and hawing over what I'm doing here. This wall right here goes to here. Fine. We are going to make some decisions here. This wall is going to come up. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually works fine. You would be the hallway to the lounges. Let's just mirror this from the other side. That's too far. That's not far enough because it's wall, window, wall. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So this area, I'm going to actually drop it all the way down. This is the other restaurant that's up here. Which makes this the Swiss shop. And this would be the hallway to the bathrooms. You know what? We'll continue it. It's fine. I think the duty-free shop runs further over. I'm going to leave it at where it is. How big? Where's that bathroom go? Delete the room. Do that. Because that will give me the shop we need. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's going to be a problem. I just want my shops in place. This might have to stay. If I run this across... Oh. Let's deal with this side real... I don't want to deal with this side. Let's see what we're doing here. I'm going to take you over, down, over, up. Again, I hate this escalator. It's an escalator to nothing. I'm going to take out this. We're going to run a wall. Here. Again, it feels like this is a way into the Swiss first class lounge. We don't have the space for that. We're gonna take you up here. There is a, what is that? There's a Lint boutique. So there's a little chocolate shop right here. There's a Hugo Boss. I'm just going to drop in, say, here. There's a Mont Blanc. There's an N in that. And that runs to, say, here. And then there's a Bon Ginet, but in here is that little hallway with the secret door to the first class lounge, so I'm just going to do that. And then you've got the Bon Ginet, and then you've got the entrance to the Swiss lounges. There is a hallway with bathroom access before you get to the lounge access. I'm going to take this wall, we're going to drop it down. Do we do it similar to the other side? I think we do. I'm going to do that. This is going to give us the access to the lounge, which I don't honestly know how we're doing. Because lounges have to be square. This wall's going to come over a little bit. We'll drop it down. Bathrooms. We'll squeeze one more shop in. Yeah, this will be this will be a fun adventure. This is too high. You need to be there. Don't worry about the zoning just yet. We're going to take you over because it does, again, a subtle curve. So the Bongenet or Genie, I don't know. Give me a set of bathrooms. Do we have bathrooms directly below here somewhere? Oh yeah, we've got these two. Give me you guys. So you need to live somewhere here-ish. Probably even get away with pushing it over further, but we will stick with this. Do that. I really don't like that. The curve takes too hard of a change. I guess we'll do 4. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Lounge. This area is not secure. It does go all the way over to the side. There is a smoking area for the lounge as well. There is a couple bathrooms. Again, the stairs, the elevator allows you access to the quiet area upstairs, which we don't have. Oh, I don't like that. If I take out the walls, can't take out the walls. Here's a stairwell. Experimenting. If I don't have walls there, can I zone over that? I can. Okay. This is for the restaurant that I forgot all about until right this very second. Alright, so we will take out those walls and we will... Oh, there's a hallway here. Sure. It's a small hallway. Okay. Now the whole reason for this exercise is trying to figure out where we're getting zoning in here. And trying to utilize the least amount of zones possible. Because we are coming up against the maximum amount of shops that we can get in here. So I think it's going to be here. Just a single shop room. So if we take out all of this, do this, can I get this to zone correctly? Let's do that. You all need to be zoned as secure. You need to be unsecure. Technically, you're still part of a shop. I don't know if that's... It's hard to tell what I have zoned and what I don't have zoned as secure. I'm probably going to play with that wall. I really hate that wall. You need to be zoned as secure. That'll take care of the shop there. Gonna do a single shop room here. This wall needs to go back. I don't know why this wall exists here. We've got the food room there, and we will do one more food room here. Then I guess technically there needs to be a food room here. This was in, I think this is called Asia. Just a small little restaurant that sits, oh, actually it's bigger. Nope, food room. Because it basically spans over this, and I just realized... Oh, no, it is even, okay. Apparently you're going to go... We'll go over a little bit. So basically that. And there's kind of a wall around it. There's some seating up here. And then it connects to elevator that lives around the corner that we don't have built. So that's basically all the zoning of everything. We need to take out the walls over here so we can get the lounge in place. Let's come over here real quick. This is behind the whole place up here is... I'm going to use this tile. It's... Actually, I probably should have gone all the way to the wall. It's a squared concrete. Gonna run all the way back. There are windows into the security area, but I'm gonna do just a wall here, just kind of as a divider. Do a little bit of walling in. like so. There's a space in the middle here for additional gathering space, if you will. There's a couple windows like that. Actually, these are in... Where did my grid go? Thank you. This side's even. Give me a medium one. So there's just kind of a little area in the middle here for additional seating gathering. I've seen a image of some folks just hanging out eating there. There's big old blue carpet area for the child's playground. Again, it's got a whole bunch of slides and whatnot. There's a vending machine on both sides. So as you're checking out flights that are taking off and landing, you can grab a quick snack. This is again the Swiss Airlines slide. We'll grab it. We'll do it red for the Swiss Airlines. There's some other, you know, kids climbables, slides and whatnot. We'll paint them kind of a bright color green. How about a big old bright yellow? Why not? Maybe. There we go. And then there's just a little bit of bench seating on the perimeter. Give me one of these. Oh, missed. And again, there's like the binoculars that you can use to look out. Over here, let's get some tile real quick. Oh, I should probably tile bathrooms while I'm thinking about it. Oh, you're actually you're a much better tile that I want. You know, we're just going to do this. It's going to be a lot easier. And then I will go back and tweak the interiors. And bathroom tile. Down over here, there is... It's concrete benches and tables. So we'll just do that, and then just... Nope. Give it a little space. There we go. And then in the middle area here is just a bunch of tables and chairs. I'm going to grab these guys. That's going to be a ton of tables and chairs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab that. I will recolor down the road. And we'll just mirror it on the other side. So some of the chairs seem to be yellowish. That would be tables. Some are still red. There's some that are the cream color. And see a couple orange chairs as well. So tables. Apparently that's what I want to paint is tables, which sure. I really want to paint it. Nope. Apparently we're going to paint that one black. How? Didn't go over far enough. There we go. It looks like it is either an open top or a glass top because there are umbrellas in here to have a little bit of covering. But that is basically the observation deck. Connects to the check-in 2. There is a set of doors down here as well. And going into security, and then there's kind of a window into the security area and a window coming out. And I believe there's another door. It seemed like it would make sense. I'm going to do this whole area in red, given the fact that it is kind of a secure area. So at least we know what we're talking about whenever we're looking at this area. But that is basically the layout that we're going to be running with for the top floor. I'm just going to do some quick tile in here. But we've got our observation deck. You will hopefully open soon. And we've got where all of the shops and everything are going. And I think next time we will knock out all the shops and hopefully get the lounge in place as well. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here and helping me work my way through this layout. And as always, I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.